Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm really happy with the interest that I've been getting in my weight loss program, and I am working on a course right now, very extensive course with a lot of information so I can give you the best possible information so you can have the best outcome. But I have a website. I will leave the link to that website. It's all about the program. It's all about the weight loss. It's all about those things. It doesn't go into detail, but it does outline a lot of what it is and how it works. And I have a few articles on there. So if you do want to check that out while you wait for the actual course to come out, you are very, very welcome. So today I want to talk about how to make this work, like how to make anything work. First of all, we have to know that in order for anything to work, it has to be enjoyable. As you know, when we go on a diet, usually it becomes either boring or you cannot physically keep doing it because you're just so tired. The blood sugar levels go down so low, then you start to eat other foods that are not on your list, and then you kind of just yo-yo, get the weight back, and we all have been there. We all kind of know how that is. But my program is actually enjoyable. It's actually enjoyable to the point where you are, well, I look forward to it every time. I look forward to going on to the maintenance program. I look forward to going on to the slimming program. Like, they're both very slimming, but the one that you do for a few days is very, very fast. You are riding a wave of your metabolism. If you can imagine that your metabolism is a wave on the shore, like once it goes out and it becomes very big, and surfers will ride that wave. So what you're essentially doing with the program is you're getting your metabolism to a very highest peak it can go, and then you ride that wave all the way to the shore. And once you get to the shore, you simply go back and start all over again. The process of bringing your metabolism very, very high and then riding that wave back again. It's like a cycle, and I've learned which foods actually bring that metabolism high and keep that metabolism running very well. With the slimming part of the program, I'm just going to call it the slimming, the fast slimming, they're both slimming, but with the super fast slimming side of it, you have to be giving your body a certain amount of nutrition. It's like you're fueling your vehicle, your body, with a certain amount of fuel, and that is going to keep your body running at peak efficiently. It's going to keep your engine revved up. It's going to keep it burning as much fat within those like 5 days. Within those 5 days, 3 to 5 days is the best time. That's when you're going to burn the most fat. So what makes this work? It has to be enjoyable. That's the thing. And I'm saying that the program is very, very enjoyable. That's how you can keep doing it. That's how you can always go back to it. Even if you do, fall off the wagon, even if you do, go somewhere, go to a party, or, well, not today, but if you you do something, and then you kind of, what you do is, what if you don't have, okay, let's start with this very important problematic scenario. People have a very good diet they want to go on, and they heard about this diet. It's a great diet. A lot of people are getting results on it. It's a fast diet thing that you can do. And then they want to go on it, and they'll say, oh, I'm going to start Friday. And then, Friday comes along, they don't start it. Somehow they didn't have the willpower to do it, and they say, well, I'm going to do it Monday because I have this coming up, and I'm going to do it for a few days. and then, they try it for half a day, and then you just fall off the wagon again. Okay, the way, because we feed our bodies certain things for an amount of time, it can take a few days for your body to go over into a different food, like, burning carbs instead of fats. You can switch your body over to desiring processed foods, junk foods, and that kind of thing within a couple days. And then you have to spend the time to get yourself out of that situation. And then when you think, oh, I'll do it the next day, it's not going to work. Like, how many times out of 5 it does not work? 4 out of 5 times it won't work just for you to say, I'm going to do this. So what you need to do is you need to start the maintenance program. The maintenance program, what does it do? It forces your body to slowly adapt in an enjoyable process, in an enjoyable way, so you don't have that cut off and that misery all of a sudden. You actually enjoy the process. Your body slowly, the energy starts to come up. Slowly, the things that were blocking you internally, they are released, they come out of you. And slowly, you transition into burning fat, and you transition into a state where you don't feel heavy going into a very disciplined program to lose weight really fast. You don't feel heavy, you don't feel bogged down, you don't feel like tired the day that you're doing it. So that's why it is very important that you don't, if you want to, you can start the slimming program really fast. You can just start it like cold turkey, but it's going to be very difficult, and I'll tell you that. It is much better to go on a maintenance program for 1 week, and that's enough time to get used to it, so that when you actually do start the super fast slimming few days of the program, you have the best possible results and you feel the best possible way you can feel. You feel on top of the world. You feel like you're on the highest mountain. You feel like you have constant mental like joy and happiness, like the neurotransmitters in your brain are just giving you so much joy and so much happiness, and you feel like, I never want to get off this thing. That is how wonderful you feel. And the thing is, you do not have to. With all of those fasting programs and other programs, you eventually will have to get off of it, because you are lowering your metabolism, you're lowering your blood sugar levels, you're starving yourself very slowly. And if you're not doing that, then it just takes too long to lose the weight, and then you lose patience because you don't see the progress. But with this kind of cycling back and forth, you see the progress. You ride the wave of your metabolism, and you keep it going all the time, and you lose the fat fast and consistently. Another way to make this program work is you have to make it your own. You know, there are times when you will have to do some things in, less important things. I'll tell you what are the important things, but you'll have to do it your own way, because if you do things your own way, then you are more likely to stick with it, and it doesn't feel so much like a diet. You want to get to the point where you've kind of assimilated it into yourself, and it doesn't feel like a diet anymore. And this may take, like I said, the first week of your maintenance program, because you don't have any carbs on the first week. But you do have some carbs, but not the kind of carbs that make you gain weight. And it's not just fruits and vegetable carbs. There are other carbs that you can actually have that do not cause you to gain weight, and those will really give you a boost throughout the maintenance program, so that when you do go on the slimming side of it, you will get, like I said, the best results. So you have to know yourself, you have to know things that work for you, you have to know your perks, your preferences. You know, if you can do something that's a little bit different and it doesn't really stray away from the program, go ahead and do that, because then you're like downloading it into yourself, so it's much more sustainable, it's much more enjoyable even for you. Okay, I'm just talking from my own experience. There was no one to guide me through this process. I had to figure this out all by myself. You know how things happen in your life and you think, why did they happen? Why do I have to go through that? Why did I have to learn such a hard lesson the hard way? It's because all of these things in life come together to allow you to do something really wonderful. Because I've gone through all the things, I had a lot of like health issues, a lot of different health issues. I was able to come to this point where I can solve this huge problem for myself and for other people, because I've gone through that already. I've experienced it. I know how to get myself out of it. I tried so many different things. I experimented time and time and time again. I've thought about it. I've prayed about it. I've, looked and searched for the answer. And it is such a relief. I always wanted to be free from food. I just want to be free from food. I don't want food to control me. I mean, I don't want to eat that thing because I know that will cause me to gain weight, and I know that will cause me to be depressed and have those negative chemical reactions in my mind. That food actually causes me to do that, and a lot of people, it has such an effect. I had to learn the hard way. I had to figure it out from trial and error, and suddenly I just got, a light, and the light came in my mind, and I just knew the answer. Like, I just got it. It's like a math formula. I just figured it out. And that is what I want to share with everybody, anybody that wants to be a part of this. I want to share this with you. It took me 20 years of having these issues with my health to come to this conclusion. And it is the most, the most fantastic feeling. I feel like I'm sitting on a gold mine of this information, and I don't see anybody really talking about it. There are snippets of some part of it, but this whole thing together is more than just weight loss, and it is even more than just losing the last 20 pounds, which is a huge deal to tap into that and not drain yourself out. Yes, but it's also for your mind. It is also for your mental health, and it is for your emotional health as well. I mean, we do not just want to get through life unfulfilled, unmotivated, unsatisfied with life. We want the best of life. We want to get to the point where our days seem few, not our days seem forever, and when is it finally going to end? Because that is, you're not really living. So what's the point of living when you feel like that? When you get down to such a low point where there's nothing else behind you. There's no diet that you can fall back on. You just don't know what to do. You've tried everything. There's no one that can help you except you help yourself. I mean, I can tell you the tools. I can give you all the information, but I'm not going to be standing there making sure that you do this at that time, or making sure that you make sure to take this, or you do it this way or something. I'm not going to be there. It's up to you. You have to get to that point where you're just fed up with everything else that you've tried, and that is when you actually make it work. That is when you devote. You have to put that devotion into this program yourself to make it work. If you think there's a program that you're like, oh, well, if this program doesn't work, then I'm just going to try that program. Go ahead and try that program. Okay, if it works for you, great. If it doesn't, then come back to this program, because I assure you this is, it's not that I'm just telling you, it's not just you're reading a book about it, but then you actually get to this level of such a low metabolism that even the small amount of calories that you're eating, you're still not losing weight anymore. You've just hit that plateau where you've brought your metabolism too low. And your metabolism can't burn off, can't tap into the extra 20 pounds you have on your body and can't get rid of it efficiently. You have to go on this two-part program where you have your maintenance foods and you have your it's a disciplined program, and you have to watch yourself and have a timer, because it is important when you're going to be eating and how much you're going to be eating. It's not like fasting. It's easier than fasting, I can tell you that. But on the super slimming program, you are actually going to be feeling the best. You will not feel hungry, because prior to going on that slimming few days program, you have raised up your metabolism the highest. So on that slimming program, you're just riding that wave of your metabolism. And then when you get to that end of it, where you've exhausted all the fat that you can, like you've used up all the fat in your body for those few days, then you go back on the maintenance program. When you start to go back on the maintenance program, you include a little bit of those non-fattening carbs, because that will help you in the first day or two, and then you don't have to really need it for the next 5 days of the maintenance program. When something gets difficult, do not stop. I used to stop when I was younger. When something would get difficult, I would stop, because I would be like, I don't know what the answer is, and I would just stop that. Whether it was a like diet and all those kind of weight loss things. If I didn't see the progress, I would stop. If I didn't know, if I hit a wall, I would stop. But the thing is, the way I actually got to this point of learning this whole program was not stopping, was just going around the problem, finding a way around the problem, using a different solution to get to the same point, if that makes sense. Or using a different variable to get to that same point. I want you to be able to learn from my experience. I've done this so many times, and actually now I'm just doing maintenance. I've been just doing maintenance for about 2 weeks now. The thing is, when you get to a weight where you're kind of okay with, like you're comfortable with, and you just want to, take a little bit of break from the week after week after week, because this is like a 12-week program. And I still have about 3 weeks left of this 12-week program. But you can, when you get to a weight that you're comfortable with and you just want to relax a little bit, you don't want to go so hardcore anymore, then you can just go on the maintenance program. And go on the maintenance program as long as you feel okay. But there comes a time when you start feeling the metabolism dropping again, is when you start to feel like you're going to binge or eat things that you shouldn't eat, like heavy carbs, processed foods, junk foods. So when you feel you get to that point, you need to go on a cheat day. Yes, there are cheat days. You need to go on a cheat day, because when you go on that cheat day, you manipulate your metabolism again. But after you go on the cheat day, it is very important that you go back on the super slimming program right after the day of your cheat day, because that is when you get to ride that wave of high metabolism. I've called my program the Cloud Weight Loss Program because I've talked about this in 2 prior videos. I talked about what it feels like to be in this cloud. If you want to know, that's what it feels like when you're on this program, especially when you're on the slimming program. That is where you feel like you're in the cloud. On the maintenance program, it's a lot. It's not like the height and fullness of the slimming program and the specific foods you are allowed to eat on that program. But on the maintenance, you don't really get there. You remain high where you need to be. So I encourage you to watch that video. Actually, I'll put a link up here for you so you can just click on that later. But it talks about manifestation and all of that, but really I am talking about what it feels like to be in this cloud place, and how it changes you mentally and how it changes you in your feelings as well. Because in that cloud, your mood changes, your thoughts, your feelings change, the way you feel about yourself, the things that you actually unconsciously speak to yourself really changes. And from that place of change, your life literally changes for real. From that place, you can reach a much better quality of life. I mean, it is not just about living, just being alive. It is about experiencing the best kind of quality of life. You want to experience the best quality of life for years to come into, as you get older, you want to be feeling that youthfulness inside you. Food is such a funny thing because you think like food cannot affect you so much, but it incredibly affects you. Even things like resentment, bitterness, anger, frustration, thinking the world is unfair, sarcasm, and if you're cynical, if you have this kind of joking way to talk about things, but there's like resent behind it, or there's like a deep sadness behind it. Food can change actually how you feel and how you think. That's what I'm saying. When you're in this cloud, you actually change the way it doesn't seem like it's real. Like I didn't think it was either, but this is what I learned after trial after trial after trial. This is what I saw consistently every time I did it. So in old age, a lot of those things, like those negative feelings, they lead to like the mind shutting down, loss of memory, like a lot of things happen, dementia and all these things, because we hold on to in our soul these resentment things, this bitterness, this whatever, all these things we hold on into our soul, and they eventually affect our minds. So when you choose to put the right things into your mouth, you are choosing a better future, you are choosing a better mindset, you are choosing a happier life. Like the amount of opportunities I have gotten, the amount of programs I have started, like I've started so many things. Like besides this YouTube channel, I have 2 other YouTube channels. I also have a skincare stuff that I've started. I also have the website that I'm telling you I have started, the course for that I've started. There's so many projects, that's the word, I have started ever since I got on this program, and 12 weeks is not even up yet. I still have 3 more weeks to go, and I haven't been doing hardcore for the last 2 weeks. I've just been keeping it low-key on maintenance. It all gives you more potential in life. It gives you can fulfill your destiny. You can fulfill things into your life, and it doesn't feel like it's a chore. It doesn't feel like before, when you try to do something, it would feel extremely hard to work on a website. It would feel extremely hard to learn these new things. But now it's just enjoyable, and I have to wake up super early to be able to do everything. And that's what life is. That's what it's supposed to be, enjoyable. You want to wake up, you want to do things. You see the light, you see how life can be different for you. Thank you guys again for watching my video, and like I said, I left the link to the website for this program down below. I am working on the course for it, so when the course is ready, I will let you guys know, and that way you can experience all of this for yourself. I wish you guys a wonderful day. If you have any questions, I will personally answer them for you down below. And yeah, have a great day, and I will see you in my next video.